Amidst a recent surge in gas prices comes more news from the Middle East that could further drive up oil prices. The administration has announced a U.S.-led blockade of the Strait of Hormuz, through which roughly a fifth of the world's oil flows. It's about to get underway. Torrin Smith has the details.
The White House announced the U.S. is implementing a blockade of the Strait of Hormuz in the wake of the breakdown of face-to-face talks between the U.S. and Iran.
The bad news is that we have not reached an agreement. And I think that's bad news for Iran much more than it's bad news for the United States of America.
Vice President J.D. Vance, who led the U.S. delegation during the 21 hours of talks with Iran over the weekend, said negotiations finished without a deal after the Iranians refused to refrain from developing a nuclear weapon.
But the simple fact is that we need to see an affirmative commitment that they will not seek a nuclear weapon, and they will not seek the tools that would enable them to quickly achieve a nuclear weapon. That is the core goal of the President of the United States.
Iran's foreign ministry said gaps existed between Iran and the U.S. on some issues, including the Strait of Hormuz. Iran has sought to charge a toll on vessels seeking passage through the strait, prompting President Trump to announce a blockade. In a phone interview on Fox News Sunday, President Trump said the blockade will be similar to the one recently implemented in Venezuela.
But we're putting on a complete blockade. We're not going to let Iran make money on selling oil to people that they like and not people that they don't like or whatever it is. It's going to be all or none, and that's the way it is. And it'll be, you saw what we did with Venezuela. It'll be something very similar to that.
All of this comes as a recent CBS News polls show a growing number of Americans are concerned about this conflict with Iran. 68% of those surveyed report they are worried about the conflict. And less than half of those surveyed, 39%, say they approve of the job President Trump is currently doing overall. Torian Small, CBS News, Doral, Florida.